Hi again, this is Yvette with LivingOrder Austin, and today I want to talk to you about getting your garage organized. Garages are one of the largest areas that we help clients organize, and they're usually the most cluttered. Why? Usually because in our experience, clients just take things that they don't want in the house anymore and they throw them into the garage and then they get forgotten. So we refer to them as clutter cemeteries because usually things in the garage don't have any purpose, you don't need it anymore, and that's when they call us in to help us make those decisions on what they need. So let's talk about organizing your garage space. The biggest thing you can do is to make sure you have zones, dedicated space for every activity that you have stuff that lives in the garage for. For example, probably need to have a lawn and garden zone, all of your lawn equipment, your pesticides, all of your cutting and lawn tools. A second zone might be for your home maintenance items, any tools, toolboxes, paints, supplies that you need to fix things in or around your house. An additional zone might be for your kids' stuff. You have bikes and scooters and outdoor toys and balls, and those just need to be organized in one area. Another zone might be for your holiday decorations. If you store them in your garage or even your attic where you access from your garage, having all of those things together in one area so when it's time to pull them out and use them, they're organized and ready to go. Okay, so once you've identified the zones that you need in your garage, the next thing is to figure out what kind of storage you're going to have in each specific space. If we're dealing with the lawn and garden space, you're going to have all those lawn tools that probably would be easier hung on the wall. But other items that you may have would be pesticides, specific garden foods and things like that, where a shelving unit would really come into place. So when dealing with shelving units in garages, really important to keep everything visual and accessible. This is why we recommend you use one shelf per category in each space. This will help you keep things organized and visible to you when you need them and easy to put back when they're not in use. Let's talk about wall organization systems. These types of systems are really great, especially if you have a lot of extra wall space in your garage and you always are tripping over things on the floor, such as, rakes, brooms, mops, any other miscellaneous garden tools. We like to get creative and use as much wall space as we can so everything is up and off the floor and visible, easy to take down to use and easy to put up and put away when not in use. Let's talk about using containers in your garage. A lot of times we see clients are using cardboard boxes, and that's not good for several reasons. Number one, the boxes can easily be destroyed, crushed, and you may run the risk of getting the contents damaged. Number two, using cardboard boxes in a garage, you run the risk of getting silverfish or other insects in the boxes, which could potentially ruin any contents that you may have. So we always recommend using plastic containers with tight-fitting lids, so that way your contents stay protected and visible to you when you need them. Remember too, it's always important to label your containers so you always know what's inside. Let's talk about using some organizing items in your garage. When we're dealing with shelving units, you have a couple of options for maximizing the amount of space that you have on those shelves. Number one, you can use a container like this, open-ended. It has handles, easy to pull on and off of the shelf. You can label the ends so you know what contents are inside. Another great item that you can use on a shelving unit in a garage, believe it or not, is a Lazy Susan. They do sell larger sizes, 18-20 inches. Those would work really great. One way to really maximize the space is to corral all of your bottles of cleaners and paints and things on a Lazy Susan. Two reasons. Number one, you free up some shelf space because everything is condensed down to one little Lazy Susan. And number two, they're easy to see because they spin around and so you always have access to whatever you need very quickly. Again, this is Yvette with LivingOrder Austin, and I really hope the tools and information I've given you today will help give you the power and the courage to go out and get your garage organized.